of our collectors in our group. I always recommend that if you're an artist, and especially if you're an abstract artist, you need to have many tools at your disposal. For example, I have these awesome kind of like plastic squares, and we could use this as like if you guys remember in video 3, we could do lines kind of going down like this. You could do straight lines with this. You could also paint inside the middle, so you got tiny little holes, so you could add like, some dots here and dots over there. We have Q-tips, similar to what we did with our stippling style, but now you can use a household item like a Q-tip. We got sponges. This is how we are going to apply our paint everywhere using our dabbing motion. I also got a paint roller. How cool is that? So I could do a paint roller, you know, shot. I got a cup for my water, for my paint, or for my mixing, or if I need to, let's say, create those circles. So if this one doesn't work, you can paint the edges of the cup, turn it, or even twist it to get like a new design. The good old toothbrush. Now, please, oh please, do not brush your teeth with this dirty toothbrush. This toothbrush is similar to what we did when we did our splatter. It's a good way to use that old toothbrush that just doesn't have those good bristles anymore. And now they can be reused for a better purpose. So let's see what we can do with these tools, and let's discuss about it in just a sec. This material that I got from my dad from his boxing stuff, because technically from his box he got these things that holded his blinds or held his blinds. So I can do what I said. I'm going to use my fingers. I'm going to do these holes, and I'm going to get 2 dots. And maybe I want to add an extra pair of dots. Or, no, actually, I think I'm going to do something like this. Watch this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get a design in. And look at that. 2 designs like that. You got some dots everywhere. Add an extra pair. Because you got to have 3 pairs, guys. 3 pairs is really good. Put it in. Look at that. Dots everywhere. And then I almost forgot to mention this, guys. But if you have plastic wrap, oh, can you have a lot of fun. Watch this. So if I take a empty spot of my plastic wrap and I take a color and I just, I spread that color all around. Hold on. You need a lot. You need a lot of paint, by the way, if you're going to do this. And then I'm going to stretch it out. Oh, stretch, stretch, stretch. And then I'm just going to get a style like that. This is just one way of using your plastic wrap. So this is how you do it. You pull it back and you get a design like that. Or you can crunch it up into a ball and it becomes a makeshift paintbrush. So 2 styles, and then you do dabbing motion. Look at that. Look how easy it is to spread the paint using just plastic wrap. How amazing is that? This is how we use our household tools if we do not have materials. But sometimes, if I'm really feeling like it, look at my sponge. Hi, hello, Mr. Sponge. I think I need to add on a little bit of blue. And look at this. If I press and let go and let go and I add it all around, you get this like, see, it's definitely different to this one because this one leaves like these little like kind of faded out designs on the edges, but sponges, they leave this like dotted pattern compared to this one. And this is, look at this, all tools have these different styles for them. If I take a Q-tip, just like what we did with our stippling, I put paint on the very end, and then maybe I'll just take my dots into my blue, kind of like this, and then I'll have them go out, coming out like this, and then I'll have them kind of come over to my other red dots, and they'll come say hello. And then that's your stippling. Your stippling's there. These are how you use your house materials. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, toothbrush time. So if you were wondering, how am I going to do this? Do not worry. It's not difficult at all. What I would do is that I would get a wet brush. So I'm going to get, if you hear the water, my water is running. I'm going to get my toothbrush nice and wet. So I'm going to pat it dry on my sponge to make sure it's not too wet. And then I'm just going to add, oh, I don't know. I think I'm going to feel like this beautiful pink. Gonna get it on, and I need a lot, so a lot goes on. Oh my gosh, look. It might not look like I'm not doing much, but I am. Watch. And then you just, oh my gosh, guys, look at that. It turned purple. And you had that splatter. Whoa. This is where if you want to do like that, like if you're building like the cosmos or this or like space, you would add your white stars just like you would with this using a toothbrush. And then finally, I think let's do our cup. So how do we do our cup? We take our paint. Oh my goodness, I think that was too much. Actually, no, it's perfect. And I'm just gonna rim the edges just like this. Like that. And I'm just gonna do it like that. Or if you're feeling like it, and this is really cool, this is coming from an abstract artist, you're going to grab and you're gonna twist. You get this like spiral kind of going outward like that. It's still a circle, but you get this cool design on the end. And then, like obviously, paint the edges, add it, and you just kind of create it like that. And you can kind of think, you might think to yourself, these all look similar. See, dots and dots and circles and circles and circles. But we're learning about how we can use our tools. Remember the one thing I told you? I hope you're ready. I'm going to paint this black. And now I'm going to drag it. Look at that. That's perfect. Those are the perfect lines that I needed for my piece. And you could see that every single material can be used just like you would for a regular art tool, but instead, you can use all your household items.